We are just one of the materials in the environment to help them learn. Hi, people often ask me, Julie, what is the one thing I can do to improve my relationship with my toddler? Okay, people don't really ask me that, but if they did, this would be my answer. Because if you master this one quality as a parent or as an instructor of toddler children, whether you're doing Montessori at home or you're a Montessori teacher, or you've never even heard of Montessori, but you want to improve the relationship that you have with your toddler. If you do this one thing, your relationship with your toddler or any age child really will be more peaceful. Ironically, you'll be more confident. And if you are embracing the Montessori philosophy already, it will help you achieve that one aim that we must always be striving for, and that is trusting in the child. Also, it'll boost your immune system and help you sleep better at night. Okay, the last thing may or may not be true. In any case, doing this one thing really is the secret to better parenting, better relationship with your toddler child especially. And the whole parenting or teaching process will be more enjoyable for you and for your child. Throughout Montessori's writings and throughout Montessori teacher training, there is this undercurrent that is present guiding the formation of the Montessori adult. And it isn't necessarily always named, but it is always there. And it is this: embracing humility. And the definition of humility I'm talking about here is this: having a modest estimation of one's own importance, rank, or role. While it is important to engage with our children or our students in a way that we can feel proud of, we need to be careful not to be prideful, to be humble, to embrace humility. Embracing humility when we're teaching our students or our children or just in day-to-day interactions with them will make things more peaceful, because our feelings aren't hurt when something goes not according to plan, right? If we had an activity we were doing with them or a lesson we're presenting and they don't like it or they have a bad attitude about it, if in these moments we are humble and remember it's not all about us. The children have their own perspectives, they have their own desires, they have their own needs. And if we can remember that if a child isn't reacting positively to what we're offering at that moment, it's not a big reflection on our worth. We need to be humble and say, okay, this didn't work this time. They don't see my perspective this time. They don't like this lesson. They don't like this activity I have planned. They're talking back. If we can be humble in that moment and seek to learn from that experience and to observe the child and to see what we can adjust. And yes, sometimes that will mean a natural consequence for the child. Committing to that quality of humility during those times can lead to much more peaceful interactions that you'll enjoy more and that the child will enjoy more. Humbling ourselves before the child is also necessary if we're going to truly live out that Montessori mantra of trust in the child and its close cousin, follow the child. The child is born into this world with a great capacity for learning. Remember, they have all those powers of the absorbent mind that we no longer have past the age of 6. So they are primed for learning. They are designed for learning easily without effort, just by interacting with the environment, interacting with materials, and interacting with us. So they have more to offer to their own learning process really than we do. We don't have superpowers. We just have knowledge. We have skills to select and to introduce developmentally appropriate materials, yes, but they have those superpowers of the observant mind that we no longer have. We are just one of the materials in the environment to help them learn. and the introduction, I said that ironically being humble will give us more confidence in our parenting. Being humble before the child, ironically, actually makes us more confident as teachers of toddlers or as parents of toddlers, because we don't feel the pressure that every single thing is up to us. Remembering that the child is a separate person from us, and to remember that not everything in the child's life is within our control. Remember that definition of humility, not overestimating our role. There's a lot of pressure in the world. There's a lot of information, a lot of conflicting information. It could be really easy as a parent to develop a high level of anxiety when you're parenting, but humility can help counteract that, remembering that yes, we can do what we can, we can control what we can do our best. That's all we can do is our best. But knowing ultimately the child and other factors in the world are going to shape them, and we can only do our role. Surely it is an important one, but again, don't overestimate it. The child has a role. Remember, as Dr. Montessori said, the child is the maker of man. You can't hold yourself responsible for every single thing your child does. They have free will. Not every action of your child is a direct result of something you did. So in that way, humility can increase your confidence. It's not all about you, the parent. There is a God and I'm not him. I love that line. Even whether you believe in God or not, I think that is a great line. I would love to know in the comments your thoughts on humility and its role in parenting, and whether this is easy for you or you struggle with it. And I'd also love to know if you are a toddler teacher or a parent of toddlers watching this video. Okay, thank you. Take care.